All right, welcome to Life in the Bottle, Season 1, Episode -3. We have that clarified now?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Today we are talking about this specific wine. Hails from France, from Saint Joseph to be more specific. This is where I'm going to insert the rotating bottle shot. One note to mention real quick is the back label. Since you just saw it, you'll happen to see Paris Wine Company. We love those guys. We sell a lot of their wine. And a lot of the wine, I'd say all their wine up until when we started bringing it to Connecticut wasn't in Connecticut. And that's why, drum roll please, you see our name on the back label as well. It's because when it comes to Connecticut, it just sort of comes to us. Not sort of. It specifically comes just to us because we love the wine so much. We go that extra mile. I'm going to not say his name correctly, so I'm going to let Cody say his name.
This is the 2016 Aurelien Chatagnier Saint Joseph. So where are we? We're in France.
We're in France.
we're in the Rhone Valley. We're specifically in northern Rhone, in an appellation called Saint Joseph. And Saint Joseph is an appellation that more or less holds hands with another appellation called Condria.
Do you think they're dating? It could
They're
be. Because Saint
pretty
Joseph's
close.
known for like the
I think-
Syrah. And
I
They
think
like
it's
to cuddle.
complicated, actually, just
Really?
from what I've heard from the overlapping.
I don't know.
Maybe
If
a
they're
little
dating,
complicated.
eventually they're going to overlap. I'm just saying.
And it will get complicated.
Yes.
Spoilers.
So, anyway, we digress.
And Saint Joseph specifically is one of the greatest places in the world to grow Syrah, Northern Rhone Syrah. And Condria, its counterpart, which is also produced by Aurelien Chatagnier, is the hometown to Viognier, perhaps the single most famous appellation for Viognier in the world.
So Cody and I had the pleasure of going on a Paris Wine Company trip last year. And this is where we met Aurelien, right? Remember that? Went to his house.
In the Northern Rhone.
Yep. And we visited, and it was such a tiny little stone house that was
This
made
is a-
forever ago.
Ancient house on the top of the hill in Condria, where it's I think they said it was 1400s or something like that.
Wow.
It's ancient.
Yeah.
Um,
A lot of interesting energy. And like I'll show you pictures of like the fermentation tanks, which are all crammed into that one little room. And he's literally climbing up on ladders to get things and samples. And then the barrel room where this wine came out of is super tiny. The guy, so we should talk a little bit about him.
Yeah, he's a young guy. He started making wine in 2002 with just a single hectare, which is a tiny little vineyard. And what's special about Aurelien is that he didn't inherit an estate from his parents. He's basically piecemealed.
He's a self-starter.
Yeah, he's basically piecemealed an estate,
that.
and that's not just vineyards, but like winemaking equipment. You walk through his winery and you're like, oh, you got one of these tanks and one of these tanks. He's it's all very piecemeal, but the work he's done is absolutely spectacular. And I think this wine's a pretty good example. This is his sort of entry-level wine, if you will, Saint Joseph, the straight Saint Joseph. He makes several variations thereof, but this is kind of his flagship wine. And when I say this is his largest produced wine, he only makes like 30 barrels, something like that. Today it's all full of peppercorns. And
Let's go through the whole thing.
Yeah, the color is stunning.
Beautiful. Dark ruby, garnet ruby.
I go ruby.
Ruby.
yeah,
Not a lot of brown or any of that kind of
it's got a little bit of
amber
purple to it.
It's got some viscosity. It's a nice word to say. Viscosity.
color. Nice legs.
Ooh.
And yeah, that peppercorn smell, it keeps opening up.
it's kind of perfect for this time of year because like it's just like so like smoky, like wood smoke, peppery, black olive flavors, very savory.
Mm.
Earthy-ish without being dank. Like it's
No one
still
likes dank.
nobody wants it dank.
I definitely get the black pepper in the finish, which I love. A signature of Saint Joseph Syrah from the Rhone overall.
Pretty textbook.
Mm.
Nice mouthfeel. Really, it could be food friendly, but also I've been enjoying just sipping it. It's really nice on
Yeah,
its own.
I think it's not to be repetitive from one of the last videos, but definitely grilled meats. I'm sorry.
Meats.
Yeah,
And cured
I'm thinking,
meats.
yeah,
Cured meats.
or you know what?
Sausage.
Like
Oh
I was
my gosh, you
before,
said that.
I was the grilled
Yep.
sausage, but now I'm like I'm thinking butterflied lamb, like on the grill.
See, all of a sudden that
I'm all of a
charcuterie
sudden-
platter flashed in my mind, and now I can almost do nothing but taste like a nice
I don't know.
cured.
I'm still focused on the lamb. You know, that
Lamb.
little bit of gaminess on the lamb. And we didn't talk farming practices.
Yeah,
It's usually what we cover first.
I know.
I know we're slacking.
I know.
It's practicing organic for this particular wine. It's farmed organically. It's not certified, which doesn't say anything about the additives. Although Aurelien is super conscientious, and I'd be surprised if he added anything to this one beside maybe a touch of sulfur.
And when you see the pictures of where he makes this wine, you see he's not super high tech. There's no lab involved.
There's one other thing that we really have to cover. And do you remember when we visited? We walked the vineyards, and it was in Condrieu.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed us this tiny little slice of vineyard where he had built a terrace with him and his buddies, and they'd spent all summer building this terrace. And we asked him, like, you know, what's the deal? Like, when will this produce wine? He's like, oh, you know, like maybe like 7 years from now. And we're like, how much wine are you gonna get? He's like, hopefully a barrel. It was just like, it was amazing. And you'll put
All right, I think we're good. I'm just gonna have one more sip, and then I think we hit it off.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, feel good. All right, cheers.
Yay! Cheers!
Yay! Yay us! Go team!